Hey there, folks. Welcome back to our channel. Today, we're diving deep into a topic that has been raising more questions lately. Gluten sensitivity. How do you know if your body doesn't agree with gluten, and what should you do about it? Stick around because we're about to uncover the answers. Understanding gluten. Let's kick things off by understanding what gluten is and why it might cause issues for some people. What is gluten? Gluten is a protein found in wheat, barley, and rye. It's what gives bread its chewy texture and is present in various other foods. Common sources of gluten. Before we move forward, it's important to know where you might find gluten lurking in your diet. It's not just in obvious sources like bread. It can hide in unexpected places. Gluten sensitivity versus celiac disease. Is it gluten sensitivity or something more serious like celiac disease? Let's distinguish between the two conditions. Celiac disease. Celiac disease is an autoimmune disorder where the ingestion of gluten triggers an immune response that damages the small intestine. It's a severe condition with distinct symptoms and complications. Signs and symptoms of gluten sensitivity. Alright, let's get to the nitty-gritty. What are the common signs and symptoms of gluten sensitivity? Digestive symptoms. We'll explore the digestive symptoms that often accompany gluten sensitivity, including bloating, diarrhea, and abdominal pain. Non-digestive symptoms. It's not just about your gut. Gluten sensitivity can manifest in various ways, such as headaches, fatigue, and mood changes. We'll dig into these symptoms too. Gluten sensitivity testing. Now that we know what to look for, how can you find out if you're sensitive to gluten? Let's discuss the available testing options. Blood tests. Blood tests, including antibody tests, can help identify celiac disease. But what about non-celiac gluten sensitivity? It's not as straightforward. Elimination diet. Elimination diets involve removing gluten from your diet to see if your symptoms improve. We'll walk you through the process and how to reintroduce gluten for confirmation. Remember, it's essential to consult with healthcare professionals when exploring gluten sensitivity. Doctor's visit. Your primary care physician can help you decide on the right tests and interpret the results, ruling out other conditions. Dietitian's advice. A registered dietitian can be your ally in navigating a gluten-free diet, ensuring you get the nutrients you need while avoiding gluten. Living gluten-free. If you do discover that you have gluten sensitivity, what's next? How do you transition to a gluten-free lifestyle? Gluten-free diet. We'll provide you with tips and meal ideas to make your gluten-free journey smoother and tastier. Label reading. Learning to read labels is crucial when avoiding gluten. We'll show you how to spot hidden sources of gluten in packaged foods. The emotional side. Living with gluten sensitivity can be emotionally challenging. Let's talk about the psychological aspects and coping strategies. Coping with dietary restrictions. We'll discuss how to cope with the social and emotional aspects of having dietary restrictions and share stories of others who've been there. Gluten sensitivity myths. Before we conclude, let's debunk some common myths and misconceptions surrounding gluten sensitivity. Myth busting. We'll address questions like, is gluten sensitivity just a fad, and can you outgrow it? Thank you for joining us today on this gluten sensitivity exploration. Remember, if you suspect you have gluten sensitivity, don't hesitate to consult with healthcare professionals for guidance. Like, share, and subscribe for more informative content from our channel. Until next time, stay healthy. This video is for informational purposes only and should not be considered a substitute for professional medical advice. Always consult with a healthcare provider for personalized guidance regarding your health and dietary choices.